Happy birthday, Xavier. I'm got a little slideshow to show you. I went on a trip. I went on a vacation. I went somewhere. It's me, Uncle Jim, and your Auntie Dina. This is us sitting on an airplane. Those are our suitcases. We went to Harry Potter Town in the United Kingdom. You'll see it in just a second. These are stuff that we took with us because we like to eat, and you're going to see that throughout the whole trip. And there we are, all happy and loving each other at the beginning of our trip. That's very important because it was a long trip and that may not stay. We flew above the snow and the clouds. And, your dad always travels like first class, like he's a fancy somebody, but we don't. And it was our honeymoon trip. After 30 years of marriage, we decided to go on a honeymoon. And so we got upgraded. Um, well, we paid for the upgrade, but it's not first class and it's not business class, but it's super cool class where they give you this little purple bag. So it was a lot of fun. And just for proof that we love each other, we actually held hands. We touched one time on this honeymoon trip of ours. And look at that fancy pillow, Saks Fifth Avenue. Uh, they had big screen TVs on the back of the seats. And how awesome is this? Fabulous Filipino brothers. They had awesome food. We love food. We love to eat. This is security. Where is this? This is in London Heathrow Airport. And it's all automated. And they didn't let Auntie through. And they had to go check it out and make sure she was good. That's my bag. My bag is going away. Watch this. The robot takes your bag. Bye bye, bag. And that's it. Huh? Huh? Bye bye, bag. How cool is that? This is the airport. We sat and waited because when we got to London, then we had to take another plane because our destination final was Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. First time there. This is us. It's a very long day of travel, and we haven't slept until she got on that plane. That was fun. And look at it's such a tiny airport. You get off your big plane like 1950s rock star. And when we got to Edinburgh, we had to walk to our airport because the train stopped. And look at this whiskey bar. You don't care about that, but we care about that. And this is the hotel. When we got there, it was dark, so it was almost 24 hours of travel. And there was more food we had to eat, so we went out to dinner, and it was amazing. And these are like sheep balls or something. I have no idea what they're all. They're called haggis. It's Scottish for sheep balls or something. I have no idea, but they're really good. And there's Auntie happy with dessert. That was super good too. In the morning, we looked out our window. There was a castle. We turned the other way. There was a castle. We went for a walk. There was a castle. This is the inspiration for like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, all that kind of stuff. So we walked into a museum, and it was the Red Room at the museum. And then we went on a like 12-mile hike to another town from Edinburgh because Dina wanted to go to the oldest pub in the UK, and that's where we went, Sheep's Head, and they went on cool walks. There it is, Sheep's Head. It's 1360. That's the inside. That's us, and they gave us champagne for our anniversary, for our honeymoon. And there we are outside after the champagne, all happy. Look at the blocks. Look at the rocks. Modern and old next to each other. In the middle of Edinburgh is a castle. This is the view of the city from the castle. This is the guard's house. That's Dina getting frustrated with me because I kept telling her to stop so I could take pictures. This is me in a tea shop, and there's this beautiful young lady next to me. But like all beautiful young ladies, she just ignored me. That's all right. Dina enjoying some tea. Super cool upgrade on the tea shop. Then we went on a whiskey tour so we could learn all about the whiskey. That was a lot of fun. And we ate fancy food because it's still our honeymoon. And look at Auntie enjoying all the whiskey. Then we went to this thing called Mary's King's Clothes. And that was fun. And then we had more whiskey. Nope, that was champagne. The next day we rode on a public bus. Like poor people, like I used to when I was a kid. And we went to this little village. And there's Edinburgh way in the background. And we hiked and we found some coos. They call them coos. Those are the Highland cows. Look at that. And so we hiked that. It was fun. It was beautiful. Saw a lot of things. Went in, and what did we do? We ate. And we rode the bus home, and we went to another museum, and we went into a church. Listen to this church. Huh? Very nice. I feel all special. And then they had these narrow things called closes that we learned about at Mary's Close the night before. And this they filmed Outlander or Highlander or some lander, Lunar Lander, I think maybe, there at that place. So the city is super cool. It's old, old. Speaking of old, there's Auntie. And there's a unicorn! And that's the hotel we stayed at in the daytime. And look at this. We went out for fish, and that was fun. There's the fish. Oh, yeah. It was so good. And there's fish because the river's right there. And then we went to meetings, and I went to a place that makes cool superhero books and little factory. And thinking about buying a company just like this. And then there's some bridges, and there's a nice lady that gave us a ride to the train station, and the trains were broken or they're on strike. And so we all stood in a line, and then they finally got us on a train after a horrific time. It was terrible. But we got on a train, and Dina's not so happy. But then they started feeding us, and they figured out what we like is whiskey and ice cream, and then more whiskey. And she was quite happy. Train station, huh? Look at what we found. Platform and 9 3/4. Harry Potter. Breakfast in England always looks like this. Beans and eggs and mushrooms and sausage and ham. Oh, it's so good. And then we rode a subway train, and we went to another town in Great Missenden. So every day we had meetings, business meetings and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. And we went and visited Fox and Shave. This little nice, beautiful young lady there. They sell silk things, and so we're looking at that company too, and that's the owners. And we went and walk in town and look at Auntie. She's not that tall. She's taller than the doors. And this is like a legit door that people go through. It's not some fake Hollywood set. Crazy, crazy. Trains. We walked. Super cool what the town looked like in the olden days. They had this painted. And we met. This is an employee of ours, the young man and his girlfriend. And we met them for dinner. And he's been working for me for a year. And we just met in person because you can live anywhere now. And then we went on train rides and subway rides, lots and lots. And we went to a town called Winchester. And this is my friend, and he picked us up in his Tesla. And I never rode in one of these Teslas before. And it's like a spaceship. It's pretty awesome. And we went to this old pub, and you make your soup, and you just eat. And look at the canes in the ceiling. And there it is. Super cool. And then lots of old stuff. Water under bridges. This is our friend Shine. He picked us up in that village. We saw lots of old things. That's Shine's office in the background. That's the inside of Shine's office. Super cool. And some of these pictures are out of order. The next day we had a free day, and we went to London. And the pictures are out of order because Shine should be on a different day. And we went and found this old place, and this old place, and this old place, and some water, and animals at war, and horses, and donkeys, and the Queen's Gate, and a museum, and that's the inside of the museum, that's the inside of the museum, and that's the inside, and that's the inside. And they were drinking again in a pub. We love pubs. And Dina had all these old coins, and she wanted to try to use them, so we tried to use old coins. And this is a tribute to people that lost their lives in COVID. It was impressive. And there it is, Big Ben, Parliament. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. And that is the Eye of London. It's a Ferris wheel, which we didn't go on. And look at this cool guy. And that's nighttime. We walked 10 to 12 to 14 miles a day. This is inside of a store. And I took pictures for you because it's all about Harry Potter and Legos. Look at it. Lego Castle, Lego Harry Potter. And this is Shine's boys. They're super cute and super fun. This is our hotel room in London. I don't know why these are out of order. That makes me crazy. So we went to Shine's house and visited with his family, had dinner. That's Shine's office. Oh, that makes me crazy. The next day we went to Doc Martens. That's our number one client, and this will most likely be the last year. We've been working with them for 20 years, and so I wanted Dina to get a tour. And post-COVID, they have all these big offices, and nobody works in them anymore. Nope, nope, nope. Shoes, music equipment. It's a look at that dragon on the wall. Look at this, huh? We ate there. It was so good. And then we got on a train and we went to Wellingborough. That's Dina. That's her being happy. And I know it doesn't look like it. And we found the world's smallest pub and the little puppy. And there it is. Micro pub, they call it. And it was the only time we saw sunshine on the whole trip. And a little gremlin guy. And Paul Williams picked us up. And he put us up at this castle. But you're thinking, oh, you're fancy. No, we stayed in this, the little mews, the little place for the caretakers would stay. And we had an amazing dinner, and we rode on the train, and there's an out of order picture, and that's the inside of our muse, and that's Dina being happy, and that's our cute little room, and that's the outside, and there's the castle, and then we walked the castle grounds. I gotta get these in order. That makes me crazy. Oh, look at, we found meerkats. Ha ha ha! And a tree, and Paul's daughter, and they had all these little cute fairy things, and a park. Oh, look at, there we are being all nice in front of that before the security chased us away. And then we went to a climbing place and we played miniature golf, and that's Paul and his daughter, and another tavern. And this, look at this tavern we went in. And look at, there's a coup on the wall, but it's fake. They didn't kill a coup. And then Paul dropped us off, and then we met our friend Chris, this man standing next to your auntie. He was performing in a concert that night, and so we went to a small town called Moulton to see him perform in a concert. And that's his girlfriend's shoes, and there he is on stage, and that was super. He's fun. Oh, Paul's daughter, out of order from the playground. We had breakfast in that cool place. Look at that English breakfast. Moulton. Loved it. Went for a walk, got lost, and then they picked us up. And they took us to their house, and we went to Kitty Cat. And then we went to this place called the Fox and the Hound. And look at the beams and the stuff. And the Fox and the Hound. That's them. And this is the inside of a taxi. And we went to the train station. And our last hotel was a very fancy hotel by the airport. And that's okay, even though, because it got us right there. We had to fly out the next morning. And at the airport, they had a store called JD, short for Jim and Dina. And this is us on the airplane, still loving each other, And we're in San Francisco, and this is Medford, and we came home to snow. And that, my friend, is our trip. I hope you enjoyed it, even though a bunch of the pictures are out of order, and it made me crazy. Probably made you crazy, too. That's all. I just wanted to say we love you. Happy birthday. And we hope to see you soon. Bye. How do you stop this?